Nice piece of real estate, isn't it? Although I have it on reliable authority that the roof leaks. But the real problem, I'm afraid, is that a murder has just been committed in the study. Somebody will discover the body at any moment. And then, assuming you enjoy a challenge, you'll have a chance to solve the crime. No police, no detectives. Just you and me. And, of course, all the clues you'll need. Keep in mind, by the way, that not everyone you're going to meet will be telling the truth. But I'll never lie to you. Remember that. After all, we're in this thing together. The Hollander house. It's been in the family for generations. This evening, Mason Hollander made his beautiful bride, Courtney, his beautiful wife. They just came home from their wedding reception about 15 minutes ago, and I think somebody should be stumbling across the body by now. Right on schedule. And just a short while ago, she uttered those immortal words, or should I say, mortal words, "Till death do us part." Do you suppose someone took her too seriously? Watch very closely now. The clues are here to tell you how and who.
She may have fainted. I'll get some water. Here, I brought some water.
It won't do any good. She's not breathing. These are pills. She must have had some kind of a heart attack.
Well, Potter, call the doctor. If you can manage to dial a number.
Yes, madam. What happened?
The hell are you? Get your hands off her.
I'm a doctor. I'm her doctor.
What?
She's got some bruises on the back of her neck.
But will she be all right?
She's dead.
She had a weak heart. Maybe she couldn't get to her pills in time.
Well, the pills had nothing to do with it. She didn't die of a heart attack.
Then how?
She was drowned.
Drowned?
But that's impossible. We haven't even got a pool.
Nor do we have any water, madam. The plumbing's been shut off since noon.
Nevertheless, she drowned.
Potter, call the police.
Did you say police, sir?
Of course I said the police. She's dead, isn't she? No matter how it happened, looks like somebody killed her.
You mean she was murdered?
The answer to that question is yes. And by one of the people you're looking at. The police should be here in 20 minutes. Just enough time for you to solve the crime and deduce exactly how it was committed. An African proverb says, "Human blood is heavy. The murderer who sheds it cannot run away." So why don't we hear from our suspects, shall we? Helen Hollander, sister of the groom, 50-ish, still single. Aside from a minor rheumatic condition, she suffers from agoraphobia, fear of open spaces. Helen hasn't left the mansion for 14 years.
Well, it's no secret that I didn't care for my brother's new wife. She was a selfish woman. But I didn't kill her. And that's not the reason I didn't attend the wedding. I don't enjoy going out very much. That's all. We were having a private reception here at the house, just a few friends. Potter wasn't much help, of course, so I did the decorations myself.
exactly my intention. Damn rented tuxedo keeps riding up my back here.
Serves you right. Anyone here yet?
No, but they should be arriving soon.
Well, I better go get freshened up.
Oh, the water is still off.
Oh, never mind. I'll brush my teeth with champagne.
I'm gonna dig up the plane tickets. I hope this reception is over early, because we got a plane to catch at 11, huh?
Courtney, may I have a word with you? Courtney, this house has been in our family for generations.
Are you going to make a speech?
Look, Mason was born here. So was his father. I've lived here all my life.
Oh, Helen, let's not go into this again, okay? After all, I just got married.
Please. Please don't sell my home.
It'll do you good to get out of here. Might even help your condition. Anyway, I don't like this place. It's old and it's tired and it's drafty. And I want someplace modern.
Well, he was perfectly content here before you came. The two of you have only known each other, what, a month? Everything is moving too quickly.
Well, that's the way I like things, Helen. You'll just have to get used to it.
That was the last time I saw her alive. Poor Mason. He would have done anything for her. She had him mesmerized.
A Russian scribe once said, "Marriage is like falling into a hole in the ice in the middle of winter. You do it once, and you remember it for the rest of your life." Mason Hollander, young, wealthy, once the most eligible bachelor in town, now the most eligible widower in town.
Killer. I loved her. I loved her more than I ever loved anyone, because it happened so quickly. Courtney was special. She knew exactly how to handle me. Ah! It hurt. Come on.
You love it.
Hey, let me in. I want to take a shower with you.
No way. Not until after we're married. Save something for the honeymoon.
You know, I've just about had it with you and all your stupid games. Engagement ring.
Oh, Mason.
I know we hardly know each other and just kind of sudden, but
You have to learn to take yes for an answer.
she came into my life so quickly. She left so quickly. Killer. I didn't even have a chance to love her.
Meet Craig Stone, MD, a recent medical school graduate, just beginning his practice.
Skiing accident. Almost broke my neck. Maybe I would have been better off if I had. Yeah, I was a fool about Courtney. I should have seen the signs, but I didn't want to. We talked about getting married, and then I'd call her on the phone, and she'd be cold and confused. I had to go to a medical convention for a week, and when I got back, there was a message on my exchange saying I can't marry you. And then a friend brought me a newspaper with their wedding announcement. Well, I rushed over to the church, but they'd already left. But everybody knew where the Hollander place was.
Craig,
Surprised you remembered.
I tried to call you.
I'll bet.
No, really, I did. I left a message on your machine.
Yes, I know. The real personal touch. We're through. This is a recording.
Look, if you came here to make a scene,
Yeah, I don't know why I came here. Maybe just to get a good look at you and see what kind of woman I thought I was in love with.
Craig, you were not in love with me. We had a nice physical relationship, that's all.
That's all it was to you, huh?
Oh, what else could it be? Craig, when are you going to grow up?
Meaning what?
Meaning this is the real world, okay? People do not get married for passion anymore. Passion does not pay the rent. It doesn't buy clothes, and it doesn't buy cars.
But Mason Hollander does, right?
That's right. And if he's a little boring, if he's a big, clumsy dog, he's all over me all the time, well, I think I can learn to live with that.
I see.
Is someone listening? Potter, why are you always in the wrong place at the right time?
Beg pardon.
How long have you been standing there?
I just stepped out of the guest bathroom, madam.
Well, you just keep stepping.
Very good, madam.
I really think you should go. There's a back entrance over here.
I'll go out the way I came in.
I don't want anyone to see you.
Look, this is gonna come as a big surprise to you. But I don't much care what you want anymore, you understand?
Craig, wait! Maybe when you stop being so angry, you could give me a call. And we could go have lunch. And after that, who knows?
You know, one of these days, someone ought to do something about you.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. I may even volunteer for the job myself. It wasn't a threat. Not exactly. Anyway, I drove down the road a few miles and I stopped. Because I had to come back, had to see her again. Maybe talk quietly to her for a few minutes and finally get her out of my life. And I walked in here and there she was, on the floor dead.
And now, our final suspect, the proverbial butler. Who else? Potter Wesley, age 66, with the Hollander family for 28 years. A man with taste for order, serenity, and the grape.
All right, I do enjoy my wine and my scotch on occasion. Correction, Mr. Hollander's wine, Mr. Hollander's scotch. In point of fact, I like everything about Mr. Hollander. That is, with the exception of the late Mrs. Hollander. She was, how can I say this? Ill-bred. It was a week before the wedding, and the two of them were disporting themselves as usual in physical activity.
Nice shot. Woo! I've had it. Nice playing.
Thank
nice
you.
playing. Okay, you won down here. Can I get another chance upstairs?
Sure. Double or nothing.
I like that. Come on, I'll race you.
All right.
On your mark. Get set. Go.
Oh, I forgot my racket.
Something to drink, miss?
No. Potter. I guess you know that Mr. Hollander and I will be selling the house after the wedding.
I do indeed.
Well, since we'll be doing a lot of traveling, I really doubt that we'll have any need for permanent servants.
I don't think I understand.
Well then, let me make it crystal clear. We shall no longer be in need of your services.
I'm sure Mr. Hollander will have something to say about discharging me.
Do you really think he won't do exactly what I ask him to? That'll be all, Potter.
Even though Madam, the late Madam, no longer wished to have him in the family, I hardly think that's a motive for her wanting it dead. So whoever killed her, it certainly wasn't me. Drowned.
There you have it. You've seen and heard everything you need to pick out who done it and how it was done, unless, of course, you went to the refrigerator for a slice of liverwurst and missed a crucial piece of the puzzle. And now, here's your chance to match wits with our guest detectives who've made their own deductions. Here's David Hasselhoff, the star of Knight Rider.
Hi. I think that this girl was bad news anyway. I mean, she was playing two sides of the fence with many men, so you're going to get it if you do that. But I think that the doctor did it because the veil. The reason the veil is missing is he drowned her in the bathtub, and the veil got wet, so he had to get 86 the veil, get rid of the veil. And I think that the butler was in on it too, because the butler was the only one who knew that the water was turned off. So I think it was a combination of the doctor and the butler, and, okay, bye.
On a film set where she's playing a famous mystery writer, Angela Lansbury.
Well, I think I have a good idea who the killer is. But I really better not say. I mean, after all, if I were wrong, well, it could be terribly embarrassing, couldn't it?
Finally, who better to solve a crime than the most villainous of all perpetrators, a talk show host? Ladies and gentlemen, Merv Griffin.
That is a tough one. Couldn't have been Helen because she's too frail to have drowned. Courtney, and it couldn't have been the doctor. He was too big a mouth. Wouldn't have been the bridegroom because he had a great time in the shower, we remember earlier. Had to be the butler. I hate to be obvious, but it have to be the butler. The butler.
You've studied the scene of the crime, and of course you've realized that something is not there that was there. The punch bowl. There it is. Helen's favorite champagne punch. But you'll notice that it's gone when the body was discovered. Back on the shelf. Cleaned and empty. Why? Because a bride need not drown by water alone. She can drown, in fact, in champagne. You'll remember that Dr. Stone commented on the bruises on the back of her neck. Hence, the missing veil. One drenched in champagne punch would give a few things away. Don't you agree? We have the how. But who? Remember, Courtney was a very strong young lady. Could Helen Hollander muster up the strength necessary to hold an athletic young girl's head in the punch bowl? Remember her rheumatic condition, and look at her slight build. No. And certainly not the butler, age 66. Courtney would have easily overpowered him, especially in his condition. Then there were two. Dr. Stone, afraid not. As you will recall, he pointed out the cause of death.
She was drowned.
Drowned. As for a struggle with Courtney, that broken arm would have made it impossible. Only Mason Hollander was a strong enough match for his bride. And if you need a final clue, then look at his shirt. Is it the same one he was wearing when you met him?
Well, this damn rented tuxedo keeps riding up my back here.
Well, that serves you right.
Why did he change it? I think it's time we saw what really happened.
When are you going to grow up?
Meaning what?
Fashion does not pay the rent. It doesn't buy clothes and it doesn't buy cars. If he's a little boring and if he's a big, clumsy dog who's all over me all the time, well, I think I can learn to live with that. Someone listening? Potter, why are you always in the wrong place at the right time? Craig, wait! Maybe when you're through being angry with me, you can give me a call and we can have lunch. And after that, who knows?
Hey, one of these days, someone should do something about you.
Something snapped in him. Hell knows no fury like a woman scorned, except perhaps that of a man deceived. The new Mrs. Hollander didn't even have the luxury of screaming. He knew, of course, that by drowning her, he had incriminated himself. He was the only suspect strong enough to commit the crime, so he tried a diversionary measure. He would convince the others that she had died of a heart attack from the excitement. He had no way of knowing that a doctor would soon be on the scene. Unfortunately, every murderer leaves a trace. For those of you who guessed wrong tonight, don't be discouraged. Learn from your errors. And to those of you who guessed correctly, well, don't be too cocky.